Crawley hits 84 as game meanders to a draw. On day 3, Northamptonshire eased fears of the follow-on as McManus and Taylor saw them to the close of play at 347 for 7. Still 172 in arrears, but crucially, just 22 more needed to at the very least force Kent to bat again. A draw was looking the most likely outcome on the final day at the county ground. The spectre of the follow-on started to loom early in the day though when Quinn made the breakthrough. Taylor caught by Crawley for 20. Gareth Berg settled the nerves, crunching Linde for 6 to dispatch those concerns. They were trailing by less than 150 now. The deficit was down to 143 when Berg had his stumps dramatically rearranged by Grant Stewart, bowled for 16. Sanderson joined McManus just in time for the former Hampshire keeper to move up to 50, getting there sweeping Linde to the boundary. And the number 11 looked like he too was enjoying himself. Back-to-back boundaries found off leaning, the score beyond 400, and the expected draw was starting to materialise. They'd put on a 50-run stand for the 10th wicket when Sanderson crunched Singh to the offside boundary. He'd put on the lion's share too. He would eventually fall for 33. Drummond needed just one ball to bowl Sanderson. A more than decent delivery from the part-timer rattled the stumps. Northamptonshire were all out for 430, 89 behind Kent. A solid performance with the bat, with all but 2 batters breaching double figures, and 3 50s, led by Proctor with 75. The wickets had been shared, but Quinn was at the top of the standings with 3 for 82. Kent's faint hopes of forcing a win would have to wait until after lunch. Despite an expensive first over after the break, Kent were patient and looked to be just as aware that victory may well be out of their reach too. That didn't prevent them putting on a 50-run opening stand, scored of 108 balls, and reached as Crawley danced down to Keogh. Perhaps they were looking to set up a sporting declaration. Crawley and Compton accelerated a little now, the former starting to think about a half-century. And he once again had an answer for his critics, up to 50 from 91 balls, when he drove Keogh for 4. And the score was beyond 100 before tea. He and Compton still yet to be troubled, and they headed in 203 in front. Ben Compton joined Crawley on 50 with a single off Curran. He's proved to be a run machine so far this season, but attention returns to the current England international, Crawley inching closer to his century, sending a 6 soaring. He would be denied the opportunity, departing for 84 as he was caught in the deep by Kelly. Ben Curran with his first wicket, mobbed by his teammates. Drummond came out to the middle, but the game was slowly heading for the draw. Confirmed when the handshakes were shared, no more progress could be made. A definite improvement for Kent in terms of performance, but there had never really been any risk that either side could pick up victory. They'll focus on white ball cricket in the immediate future before they can return to action in June. Kent on the 12th when Gloucestershire come to Canterbury, and Northamptonshire 2 weeks later, Warwickshire the visitors to the county ground.